News, information, interviews, in-depth weather, and more. It's Terry Henne and his Farm Show on 100.5 and 790 News Radio WSGW and online WSGW.com.
Mostly cloudy and damp. Good morning to you. I'm Terry Henne here at Radio Center along with Jonathan Dent, and we're taking a look out the window. It's not raining as nearly as hard as what it was back about 2-3 hours ago. We picked up, my guess is a good quarter of an inch so far, Jonathan.
It's definitely wet out there, which it's seasonable at least.
Yeah. Well, quite frankly, we did need the moisture, and hopefully with the cooler temperatures, things are going to slow down just a little bit, because if we'd have this rain and then continue with 60-degree temperatures, we're going to have some real problems, especially over on the west side of the state. And that's a topic of conversation we're going to have probably within the next couple of weeks, because we're beginning to get some feedback from some of our folks over on the west side where there is quite a bit of concern as far as the fruit crop goes. We peaked out right after midnight. It was a little bit better than 60 degrees. I don't think officially at the airport we broke a record. The record high in this state is 61, and that was set back in 2004. I was able to glean 59, and I did see a couple of other places where it was 60, but again, out at the airport, that's where we keep the official numbers, and I don't think we quite hit it. But yesterday, we did hit the warmest ever, March the 4th, in recorded history, when our high temperature broke a record, 70 degrees, and an overnight low was 46 out at the airport. And we reached that 70-degree mark relatively early in the afternoon. Seems to me it was about 2:30, quarter of 3.
It didn't take long.
No, it jumped right up there and then kind of settled back down. It was in the upper 60s later on yesterday afternoon. But right now, what do we have on the thermometer?
Nowhere near where we were yesterday at this time. Right now out at the airport, 44 degrees. Downtown Midlands under cloudy skies at 43. Here at Radio Center, light rain, 43 degrees. And those southerly winds that we had yesterday have turned around. North-northeast winds at 15 miles per hour, gusts up to 26. So a little bit breezy out there.
A little bit. The frontal system did work its way through. And as a result, that wind direction did change. And it's going to stay that way now as we go through the afternoon, the evening, and northeasterly tomorrow. We're going to be looking at a northeast wind tomorrow, gusting up to about 30 miles per hour. And that temperature, albeit above average, is going to make it up to right around 45 degrees. So we will have some wind chill tomorrow. Today, as I said, we've already reached our high. We're going to drop down with mostly cloudy skies to 34 for a low overnight. Sun will set this evening at 6:31, rise tomorrow morning at 7:03. What's causing all of this is a low pressure system, which is moving through right now the Toledo area. It's going to wind up in New York State tonight, and that's the reason why that wind direction is going to stay out of the northeast, because we're not going to get away from it very quickly. And it will be drafting some cooler air behind that passage of the frontal system down over us tomorrow. Tomorrow's low, tomorrow night, will drop down below the freezing mark, right around 30 degrees. And then we're going to be looking at warmer temperatures moving into Thursday. Partly cloudy skies, low pressure over northern Minnesota, which is going to be crossing the Upper Peninsula as we go through the day on Thursday and Thursday night. But that is going to be pulling some warmer air once again up at us. We'll be looking at a little bit more of a southerly breeze on late Thursday afternoon, Thursday night. Then on Friday, we're going to be looking at temperatures with clouds increasing, 52 for a high. And then the clouds not only will increase, but the shower activity is going to pick up as we go into the afternoon on Friday. Showers will be around on Friday night, 38 for a low, so it'll be kind of a chilly rain. Then on Saturday, we're going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies, showers around. Low pressure system over central Illinois is the reason why we're going to see the showers on Saturday. 48 for a high, 30 for a low. Saturday night is going to prove to be pretty interesting. I'm talking the weather now, because we are going to be looking at a low of 30 degrees on Saturday night and precipitation. So the chances right now, I think, are pretty good for snow that will cover the grass.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And it's not going to go away real quick. Although, the moisture, even though it's frozen, we've got a really warm soil bed down there and grass, which is beginning to grow. So we're going to be looking at 40 degrees for a high with mostly cloudy skies on Sunday. So those there's going to be some traces that aren't going to melt away very quickly until Monday, when we finally get mostly sunny skies on Monday, and 48 is going to be our high. So we're not out of the snow season yet. Again, hey folks, we're talking the 7th, 8th, 9th of March. We've had plenty of snow in past years, all the way through a good portion of the month of March.
We've had plenty of snow going into April.
Yes, we have. I remember a 6-inch snowfall on April Fool's Day. And I was shoveling. I'll never forget that.
Who's the fool there?
Exactly, yeah. Exactly. As far as records go, again, the record, we mentioned the high temperature. The record low on this date is 8 below zero, set in 1948. And 1948 was the coldest ever, March the 5th. 20 was our high, 8 below zero was our low. Now, the warmest ever 5th of March is 1935. 60 is our high, 38 is our low. So we're going to keep our eye on that. I don't think it's going to break a record today, albeit we were very warm early this morning. We're going to get well below that 38 degrees tonight, I think 34. So we won't break that record. 5.1 inches of snow came down. That was the most snow on a March the 5th. And that was 1999 that all of that happened. Of note, if some of you are doing some traveling, if you're traveling down toward Florida or the Gulf Coast, the upcoming weekend and maybe as early as Thursday, we're going to be looking at a major rain system with a whole lot of thunderstorm activity and all that sort of stuff from Mississippi over into the Carolinas. So you're going to drive through whatever it is at that stretch. And right now, it looks like very heavy rains in eastern Tennessee, Georgia, and South Carolina. And that activity is going to be moving into Virginia on the day on Saturday as a major low pressure system. And this is a big one, is going to be moving from basically Arkansas right straight east. It's going to gather a lot of that Gulf moisture. We're going to get the secondary moisture out of that. So we're not looking for a lot of rain. That system is going to cut off a lot of the moisture that would be coming from the Gulf of Mexico. So they are going to get a major system down there. So if you're going to be doing some traveling, plan on driving through some rain if you're going to be doing it during that time period. More on the weather as we go through the broadcast. Standing by, who do we have?
We'll be talking with Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons. She'll start off our market report for today. Then we'll head over to Doug Klein at Oppenheimer. All of that's ahead, but first, the weather report today has been brought to you by the folks at Nutrien Ag Solutions.
Nutrien Ag Solutions has the local expertise to recommend the corn, soybean, and other seed products that are the best fit for your field. Plus, unparalleled agronomic support with products and services to unlock yield potential and improve crop performance from planting to harvest. Ask about our financing options to help you get more from every acre and lead the field. Visit your local Nutrien Ag Solutions branch or go to nutrienagsolutions.com.
Say, do you want to unlock the secret to higher yields? If you're applying dry fertilizer, the key to better yield potential is Titan XC. Titan XC is a fertilizer biocatalyst that unlocks and releases the bound-up nutrients in granular fertilizer, promoting better root uptake and plant growth. Drive performance this season and beyond. Release more nutrition. Expect better results with Titan XC. For more information, visit lpi.ag/unlock or contact your Nutrient Ag Solutions crop consultant today. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth. We want to remind everybody on Thursday, we're going to be broadcasting from Zenders in Frankenmuth. The Noon Rotary Club is going to be celebrating agriculture ahead of National Ag Week, which is going to be the week of the 18th of March. We're going to have the opportunity to talk to a representative from the Frankenmuth Credit Union and very possibly Al Weiss or Brent Weiss from Weiss Equipment. Both guys are members of the Rotary Club out there. We're going to have the chance to not only broadcast the program, but talk to some of the folks a little bit about agriculture here in Michigan. And of course, the folks at Weiss Equipment will be chit-chatting a little bit about those farm-all tractors that they've got a pretty good selection right now. 35 to 140 horsepower, that's what they are. And Weiss Equipment carries the wide selection from the Farm-All A Series to the Farm-All C and C Series with cabs. Remember, that Farm-All tractor does it all, and Can-Do comes in red. Farm-All tractors now. Weiss Equipment in Frankenmuth, doing it right longer. We say good morning to Abby Terwilliger from the Andersons. Abby, good morning.
Good morning, Terry. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. How was your couple of days off?
Good. Yes, enjoyed it. Hung out with some friends, good times.
Yeah. And all refreshed and chipper and ready to give some positive markets today, right?
Oh, definitely. Every day I'm ready. I don't know if the markets always agree with me, but I'm always ready for it.
There you go. What's going on in Chicago right now, Abby?
Actually, we're down 3 on corn, down 2 on soybeans, so not crazy bad, but wheat's down about 12 to 13 cents across the board. Russia's continuing to sell cheaper wheat, and that's hurting our prices quite a bit.
Well, I'll tell you, just given the prices that I've heard, it doesn't surprise me that somebody is undercutting us because our prices are a little stiff on what the market is willing to pay right now.
Yes. So right now for March delivery corn, we're at $3.61. For harvest this fall, we're at $3.94. Soybeans right now $10.92. This fall $10.81. Red wheat this fall is $4.90, and white wheat this fall is $5.45.
Right. Well, you have yourself a great day, Abby. We'll talk to you again soon, okay?
Will do.
All
have
right.
a good one.
I will. Abby Terwilliger over at the Andersons. Coming up next, Jonathan, we have Doug Klein.
Yep, we'll be talking with Doug.
All right. Market Report brought to you by the folks at Steiner Tractor. New parts for old tractors made easy. I'm going to have some calendars from Steiner and maybe a few catalogs at that Rotary Club meeting on Thursday, because Steiner Tractor understands that how your life and job both stop if your tractor stops running. They have those new parts for old tractors, the old tractors that you still want working for you, or maybe you've got a parade or two that you want to show them off with. They can help you do that. 800-234-3280. Or go to steinertractor.com. And by the folks at Sure Crop Fertilizers, offering a wide variety of liquid crop nutrients, premium starters, micronutrients, biostimulants, and foliars that are farmer tested, proven, and trusted across a wide range of crops and geographies. Local Representative Kurt Fisher is committed to helping you best utilize the Sure Crop line of crop nutrition products to achieve great results through healthy fields and optimum yields. Learn more, give Kurt a call at 989-289-2134 or visit surecropfertilizers.com. Doug Klein, what's going on?
Oh, lots going on. I don't know if any of it's good, but a lot's going on.
Well, I'll tell you, those gas prices were all over the place.
Yeah, they sure are. I'm holding my breath. I'm trying to push on the fumes for a while. Used up all the snowmobile gas already, because what's the point there?
Yeah, and you used up all your points last month.
Yeah, right. So, geez, what a conundrum we're in. Hey, but Bitcoin hit 69,000 today. I know that make you excited. That's an all-time high for that bugger. Meanwhile, soybeans down 25% year over year, and wheat's down 21% year over year, and corn's down 35% year over year. So that's ugly. Yeah, and that's still a trend. One day, unfortunately, did not make a change. So it's going to take a little while. Hopefully the bleeding stops for some time. I know it's pretty bad. But the Dow Jones and the Nasdaq and all those guys are all down about 1.5%, almost 2% on the Nasdaq. That's not a trend. Don't know what's going on there, but just a little bit of profit taking maybe. What else is interesting? Oh, that Texas fire going across the cattle grounds of Texas. That seems to be, they seem to be thinking that it's the power company that's at fault, but rumor has it they're trying to make Austin a smart city, so-called smart city, and there's a little bit of conspiracy theory around whatever's going on.
Really?
Of course, they're trying. Yeah, a little bit. They kind of sort of need to get across a lot of private land to get that objective accomplished, and yeah.
So they're doing a little clearing, huh?
Yeah, maybe there's a little bit going on there, and of course hurting the cattle industry is first on Gates's objective list too. He hates cattle and that we actually eat meat, because of course he wants us to eat mealworms and fungus. So yeah, Beyond Meat's up about 6% today, just in case you were wondering who's not going down on the stock market.
Jonathan, do you like worms with or without chocolate?
And they're mealworms.
I prefer steak.
You prefer steak? Okay.
I'll stay with the steak.
We got 2 steaks here, Doug.
Okay, mealworm steaks it is. Little A1 and you wouldn't know the difference. I'm sure of that.
Wash it down. I don't know.
But gold hit a new high today, so I know you'll be excited about that. Silver's close to a new high too. Not an all-time high, but a new high for the last couple of years anyway. So, like I say, money's pouring into things that I guess people trust more than the U.S. dollar, maybe. So I don't know. Anyway, of course I don't know. Here's the numbers. The March corn is 414.25, down 3.25. A July corn 437.75, down 3.5. March soybeans 1144.75, down 1/4. July soybeans 1162.5, down 3. The March wheat is 547.5, that's down 16, and July wheat 553.75, down 13.5. Crude oil stable, 78.92, up 18 cents. Heating oil is 263, down 1 3/4 cents. Gasoline 254.75, down 3.8 cents. Natural gas pretty stable, 192.25. Over to currencies. Canadian dollar. U.S. dollar buys $1.3577 Canadian. That's up 6 ticks. The yen. The dollar buys 150.20 yen. That's down 30 ticks. The euro's at 108.59. That's up 5 ticks. Dollar's at 103.73. Down 10 ticks. Gold is at $21.35.50. Up $9.20. Silver's $23.88. Up 6 cents. Platinum's at $884.80, down $19.50.
A little bit of a drop there.
Yeah, it's kind of sort of a little bit of an industrial metal, less of a speculating metal, and yeah, not so much there.
Yeah, yeah, pretty thin trade, huh?
Exactly.
All right, Doug, have a good one.
All right. Yep, you too.
Doug Klein over at Oppenheimer. Okay, growers, ag's best kept secret. What is it? Well, it's aqueous Growthful. It's power soil additive that was developed right here in Michigan using validated science to harness the power of stabilized hydrogen. It makes everything grow better with no extra labor, and you do have amazing results. Aqueous Growthful breaks down the carbon layer in your soil, which unleashes hidden nutrients for your crops. It means bigger, healthier plants bursting with potential profit. Plus, it's easy to use and it fits right into your tank mixer routine. Want to find out more? Aqueous.com. That's AQUEUS.com to check out the return on investment calculator and see how much Aqueous can boost your bottom line. Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Ed Raymond and Sons, quality clothing and shoes since 1919. Carhartts, Red Wing shoes and boots, Stormy Cromer accessories, all available right now at Ed Raymond's. 151 West Broad Street in Chesaning. Check them out at edraymond's.com. Up next, Jonathan, who do we have?
Let's head on over to Bay Landscaping and Garden Center now, where we find Jerry Samolsky. Jerry, you enjoying the rain?
Of course, we always enjoy rain. It's this time of year that we get those, and it's okay. Actually, we're probably a little bit on the dry side, so yeah, this isn't so bad.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting you mentioned that. I had a friend email me a little bit earlier this morning saying that he got a little bit better than 0.4 of an inch of rain, and he was really happy with it. He's got a lot of perennials. He's got a lot of plants that are poking through right now.
Yeah, and that's okay, Terry. I don't think it's not looking like we're gonna get anything really, really cold. But what really hurt us right now is if we were to drop down into the low 20s, the high teens, that would really start raising some havoc with some things. But I'm just not seeing it in the 10-day, and if we get through mid-March, I think we're kind of done with that cold weather. Of course, we never know, can't guarantee it, but I think we're gonna be okay. And pre-emergent, Terry, we talk about that and when to put them down and timing. So there are two different pre-emergents. There's one for the lawn and one for your planting beds. So again, planting beds, those weeds can start earlier. When we put pre-emergent down the lawn, typically we're using that for crabgrass control, and that doesn't germinate till much later. So a lot of weeds can germinate in your beds before they'll germinate in your lawn. So again, lawn beds around your house, planting beds, that pre-emergent, with the weather we're having, we could probably start that at any time now. Coming up to the pre-emergent in your lawn, we're going to want to wait probably at least 2 to 3 weeks, if not a month. So just, get ready, get your engine started on the lawn, but don't put it down. And in your planting beds, giddy up. I think we can get going.
All right. Jerry, take care. Have a good one, okay?
Yep.
All right. Jerry Samolsky, Bay Landscaping and Garden Center in Essexville. Take a break, and we'll be right back.
Looking for savings while filling up at the pump? Look no further than Fuel Rewards at one of our 26 local forward shelf convenience stores. Get 5 cents off a gallon when you buy any one Nature Valley sweet and salty nut or crunchy granola bar, or 8 cents off per gallon when you purchase any 2 Wisconsin's Best cheese and stick combo. Get 10 cents off per gallon when you purchase any 2 20-ounce Gator Lights. Visit fuelrewards.com to sign up and learn more. Fuel Rewards at your local forward shelf convenience stores, a family-owned Michigan tradition since 1925.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at the Rummel Insurance Agency, where they understand the risks that you face as a farmer, a Michigan farmer, and agribusiness owner. They also know that each farm's needs vary like the crops in the fields. They know you're more than a number, and they know you have a family, goals, and dreams for your future and how important these things are to you. Might be a really good idea to be in touch with the folks at the Rummel Agency, with locations in Frankenmuth as well as in Saginaw and over in the Thumb area. Greg Voorhees is the gentleman that you need to talk to when you're talking your needs for agriculture. The Rummel Insurance Agency. Farm Service also brought to you today by the folks at Freeland Bean and Grain. They've got a great selection of products from Sure Crop and Nature's, and of course they're a Dairyland Seed headquarters as well. Vic Huffer, a certified crop advisor, can answer all your needs. So if you got the idea that serving you is their business, that's true. They've been doing it since 1983. Freeland Bean and Grain. Jonathan, what do you say we take a look at a New York market or two?
Let's do that. We say good morning to Teresa DeBow from Baird & Company. Teresa, how are we doing today?
Good morning to you both. Markets are a little red today. We've got the Dow Jones down 328 at 38,660 with 369 million shares traded. NASDAQ down 288 at 15,918 with 497 million shares traded. Some stocks of local interest include Caterpillar at 335.90 down 275, Deere 368.01 up 359, CMS Energy 59.52, up 55. Dow 57.10, up 8. DuPont 69.55, down 9. Corteva 53.76, up 15. General Motors 40.24, down 69. Trinzio 4.47, down a penny. Walmart 59.99, up 69. Huntington Bank 13.49, up 13. Independent Bank at 24.53, up 28. And AT&T at 17.29, up 49.
Teresa, thank you so much. You take care, all right?
You as well.
I will. Teresa DeVoe with our folks over at Baird and Company. Quick break, and we'll be right back.
Do you have a history of white mold or SDS in your bean fields? While you can never predict when disease will occur, using the right seed treatments can reduce your risk of yield loss when it does. Did you know adding Heads Up to your seed treatment package brings a proven mode of action that primes your beans so they're ready to fight off disease all season long? Ask your seed dealer to apply Heads Up for protection against both white mold and sudden death syndrome this season. Learn more at headsupst.com.
Farm Service brought to you today by the folks at Quality Roasting of Reese, offering competitive, consistent prices for your soybeans. Give them a call for a quote today. We had the opportunity to talk to Levi Washar the other day. He is a scholarship winner from last year. Scholarship being offered by the Saginaw County Farm Bureau in memory of longtime member Bonnie Vassold. They are taking applications right now. Application process ends March the 31st for a $1,000 scholarship for Saginaw County residents who will be pursuing agricultural-related studies. So for more information, might be a good idea just to call the Saginaw County Farm Bureau office, or you can email K. Mamel at ctyfb.com. And again, we'll have that posted on our website, on the Farm Service website for you as well. Farm Service has been brought to you today by the folks at Krizak's House Family Restaurant, 989-894-5531, corner of Cass and Michigan on Bay City's south side. Back at 12:30 with an update. Now we conclude with the playing of our national anthem.
Broadcasting from the Storm Master